As we each went our separate ways, we said goodbye to our ARC family in Saint Lucia and departed towards Martinique. We managed to squeeze in some kitesurfing before heading back to Tranquila to prep for Christmas Eve dinner and Santa's arrival. Our friends were anchored just around the corner, so we decided to meet for Christmas dinner before they set off soon on their World Arc journey. Any turtles?
No.
Let's look around. We just saw one on the paddle.
Yeah. We missed it.
But there'll be more here, I think.
Yeah.
Can you check under and tell me?
I think I can see a big one.
A big one.
But nothing's moving underwater.
You did?
I saw the turtle.
It was like in the middle, he came to check us out. And then I was like, he's heading for Julia.
Yeah, I had a moment with him and I was like, hi Mr. Turtle, how are you? And I was like, I respect you, this is your space.
He was just checking you out.
And I was talking to the turtle Maddie. And he told me he saw a nice little girl. And she said hello.
And then he went to say hi to Julia.
And then he came and said hi to me. It was very, very sweet.
No.
Are you my engine?
Yeah. I'm holding on a zip bag.
I got a little engine over there.
What can you do?
Okay, let's go.
Learning your turtles?
Yep. Sorry. I believe I've seen both of those. Definitely saw that. I didn't see this one actually.
Which way? Smells
good.
like grilled chicken. It's hot. On and off. On and off. You want to put your sunnies?
Can I have my hat, please?
Yes.
Oh.
Allez, le chapeau, casquette.
There's Tranquila.
Can you spot Tranquila?
Yep.
It's one of the boats somewhere here. One of the boats.
Baby cat.
Il y a un pingouin à droite.
Lots of
Oh, Mom, look at this cute one.
Oh, he's so cute.
This one's cute as well. This is an adult, this is baby.
The only way is up.
5 cents.
Paddleboard parking.
Easy peasy. And then we just splash into the water. Wait, what did you see, Max?
An eel.
Oh, eel. What kind of eel?
Leopard spotted eel.
So cool.
No, well, it's actually called a leopard eel.
Okay, let's see if we can find it.
Max has always been so obsessed with fish that his first word was literally peixe, which means fish in Portuguese. Here are some of his favorites we saw today. We headed to Fort de France to drop Ant's brother Nico and stock up on provisions before our 120 nautical mile sail up to Antigua to meet some friends for New Year's Eve. So we set off in the afternoon and had a pretty bumpy and uncomfortable night, as sailing between the islands in the Caribbean was not as cruisy as we thought. The wind wraps around the islands, so we either had no wind, headwinds, or sudden squalls, which made the night shifts a bit busier than usual. And the next day, we were passing the tip of Guadeloupe and decided to stop for a quick snorkel to wake up before our last night sail into Antigua. We arrived at English Harbour, did our immigration and clearance, and set off to meet our friends for dinner. What's in there?
A flying fish.
Open it.
But how did it get in there?
Almost went inside. The toilet. Almost.
Almost landed in Maddie's toilet.
The next day, we were off to Green Island for New Year's Day, and what a beautiful anchorage for it. The other plus side was that it was a protected anchorage with no swell and sheltered us from the 20 plus knots that we experienced most evenings. And the benefit of all this wind was that we sometimes got to leverage it for some kite surfing. What we didn't expect though was how hard it was to find a beach facing the windward side of the islands that was easily accessible. But luckily, around the corner was a kite school and enough sand for a safe launch, and we all got our kite session. Next day, we were back to English Harbour to stock up on food. Again. And also wait for our friend Meg, who was arriving from the US. As the wind remained strong and we had a few days before Meg needed to fly off again, we decided to sail across to Barbuda to check it out for a couple of days. As it seemed to be the motto for us, it was rough seas but always worth the destination, and nothing a little nap won't fix. For our last night in Barbuda, we decided to check out Governor's Bay, as we saw a couple boats anchored around there, and the swell on Lady Diana Beach was a bit uncomfortable. Getting into the bay was a bit trickier than it looked, as we dodged some reef and shallows to get in, but it was so worth it. It was definitely the most protected anchorage, as we were surrounded by reef and had such a great time snorkeling with rays and spotted some lionfish. An interesting fact about these venomous species is that in the Indo-Pacific regions where lionfish evolved, they're often protected by fishing regulations because they're a natural part of the ecosystem. But in places like the Atlantic and the Caribbean, they're an invasive species with no natural predators, so many places actually encourage people to hunt and eat them.
I didn't see anything else except a turtle and only a fish.
A turtle and a fish?
Yeah.
And a spotted ray? Killed it! Great job. Give the camera a thumbs up. She was ready for that camera. Oh
Girl, bone ready.
It was sadly our last night with Meg, and the rain made it extra cozy, so we grabbed some popcorn and settled in to watch Mulan. We managed to squeeze in some tennis lessons for Max before saying goodbye to Meg. It was also our last night in Antigua, and we couldn't miss the famous Sundays at Shirley Heights. A historic lookout known for its Sunday sunset parties, with live steel bands, reggae, local rum punch, and a lot of dancing.
We'll share the shelter. Let's sing, let's sing. Of bicycle, we'll share this. A job provide. Sing it. Use this love.